that. So whether you're on live or on replay, I would love it if you would give this video a like and sit back, settle in, and get ready to talk about gratitude and intention. It is Monday during a holiday week, so I don't know if people will be around, if people are busy. I'm not sure what the circumstances out there, so we're going to play it by ear today. It seems like YouTube as a whole has been more quiet, although yesterday, hi Chris! I was going to say yesterday's video, if you haven't seen it yet, it's getting quite a bit of traction, which is appreciated because it took me a long time to make, and I'm grateful that I made it. I'm grateful for Chris. Thank you for being here, Chris. Is there anything that you are grateful for today? I have a lot to be grateful for. I'll just go ahead and do a quick run through of some of my gratitudes, and if you'd like to join in at any point, that'd be awesome. I am grateful for Vlogmas. I've really been enjoying doing my Vlogmas series. I've enjoyed learning a lot during that time, both about myself and from the people who are honoring me by being guests in my Vlogmas series. That's probably the number one thing. I am grateful that I am here with my daughter and her family. And I'm grateful that I'm going to be house sitting in a new home for the next couple of days until Christmas Eve. And then I'll be done there in the afternoon and I'll come back here. So welcome. I'm glad you're here, everyone. We're getting started with sharing our gratitudes, and then we'll segue into sharing intentions. You know, it's one of those interesting things. The Christmas holiday, the December holidays can have us be up and down and back. There we go. Okay. I am streaming from my what will be my future office, and so I'm concerned about the connection. I told them I want to stream downstairs so that I can see if the connection's good, and it looks like it's okay. Hi, Kelly. Gosh, there's a lot of people here that I know. We have Kelly, we have Paula, we have Kay and Ro, which is either Kevin or Ro or both. Yeah. I'm not using your whole names, your whole YouTube name. Sorry about that. Chris is here. Chris is grateful for her YouTube friends like me. Thank you, Chris, and her journal. You know, my tripod is on a journal from 2022, or I would show you that tripod. I would show you that journal because I'm very grateful for it. I was just looking through it and reading some of the things I was going through then, and it's really affirming to do that. So. The whole crowd just came in, moderators beware. So what are you grateful for, everyone? If you'd like to pop a few thoughts in the comments, that'd be fantastic. I would love to know. Oh, both of you. It's both Kevin and Roseanne. Hi. That's really fun to have both of you here. I'm grateful for that. Oh, you met us right live this morning. Yeah, it can be a madhouse. I was going to say all the retail places, maybe madhouses today. I still have one more person to purchase for just because I have no idea what to get. Everybody else I pretty much ordered online. So, oh, that's nice, Kelly. Kelly's grateful for God, her family, her dog. Oh, Chris says she's wallowing in grit this morning. It's hard to amp up the gratitude. Oh, I'm so sorry. Chris's mother is in the hospital in a different state. That is really hard. It is really hard when you bump into grit and then you want to be authentically grateful without being filled with toxic positivity, which sometimes has shoulds come through. Hey, the Solitude Soul 99 is here. Hello, I'm so glad you're here. A new person in our little world over here. I'm glad that you made it. She says, I believe, I'm not sure what your name is, Solitude Soul 99. I'm not sure what your gender is, so I was just saying she, but anyway, we're grateful that you are here, and thank you for that. It's very kind of you to say. So we talk about gratitude here, and we talk about intention. So Chris was talking about being stuck in grit, and being stuck in grit, sometimes it's hard to get into a space of gratitude without it. And my comment to that was, without it becoming, and I'm trying to think of how best to express it. Because, there are some groups that think that you should fake it till you make it, and sometimes that does help. Um, but and people will say, you should be grateful. Your mom's in the hospital, you should be grateful she's this or that. So, hi, Dexter, good to see you. Do you ride a BMX bike? Thank you. Oh, you're 21. Okay, great. 21, that's younger than my youngest child. And yeah, we welcome all ages here. I'm grateful to have you in our presence. I'm also grateful for this book. I don't know if the cover is backwards, but it's called The Tattered Cover by Ellery Adams. If any of you like cozy mysteries, this is a really good one. It takes place in North Carolina, and it's about a bookstore. It's about women, and there's some gentlemen in here too in a bookstore. Hi, Roz. Good morning, good afternoon. So good to see you. And yes, Chris, it is important. Keep a balance with everything, no matter what's happening, and that's true as well. If we can keep reflecting on even those tiniest things that we're grateful for. I know when I was going through a rough time, I would say, I'm grateful that I have hot running water, because there were times when that wasn't so. In fact, recently at the Manse where I live, the heater went out and I had no hot water and I had no heat, and we were heading into a really cold spell. It got fixed really quickly, but that was scary. Oh, look who's here. Hello. Good to see everybody. Dave's here. Dave is in the house. And so this is interesting. We have like 3 guys here, which is really nice. It's good to have guys in the house. Yay. We have artists, we have hikers, we have retired people, we have 21-year-olds. And we have, did I say artists? Yeah, Dave and Rosani are both artists. Okay, and Mrs. Paula does retirement says, I'm grateful I could be there for my brother-in-law this morning who had to have his 14-year-old cat put down. I'm so sorry, Mrs. Paula. I'm so sorry to hear that. That's so sad. And it's really nice when we have people who understand that. So I'm sure that your brother-in-law is very grateful. Jay Brown, Virginia, welcome. Mac and cheese from Thanksgiving. Oh, no, that's not too nice. Let's see about that. Yeah, I'm grateful you could support him too. There we go. Look at me. Look at me, moderators. I just took care of that. It is very sad. It is very, very sad. Especially this time of year. It's really sad. And there is that balance, as Chris was saying. Chris was talking about with her mom being in the hospital and being in a different state. I would say that having family so far away, since I do have family so far away, it is really difficult. I am grateful because my middle daughter, Emma, yesterday she went to my favorite Bakersfield Light show and she took have She was going to try to vlog. She said, do I need to, she said, do you want me to do a vlog? And I said, if you could. So I have not seen it yet, but I'm excited that we may have that on Christmas Eve for Vlogmas. So if any of you are even anywhere near YouTube on Christmas Eve, you'll be seeing that. And yes, I was gonna say, as Paula says, it means the world that you were present, yes. And just as I said that, Emma popped in with a text, she's not here. So much support for one another. It makes me really happy. So welcome here. We're talking gratitude and intention today on this live stream, as we do on every Monday. Sometimes I go live as often as I can on Wednesdays with poetry and writing prompts. This week we will not be going live on Wednesday because it's Christmas Eve, and I'd rather have that day open. So we will go live on Christmas Eve in the daytime hours. Okay, this is Solitude Soul 99 says, every time I feel sad, I remember that it's something we should embrace and hug it and let it pass through us without any resistance. That's good advice. Good advice. In fact, I talk a little bit about that. It'll be on today's Vlogmas. So it's really good. If you can be, I call that passionate detachment, where you have your whole heart into something. And if you cannot, at the same time, you're going for it, but the results are not what you're aiming toward. You're there for the experience. So if you're feeling sad, feel 100% sad, and keep moving forward with love or look toward love really helps too. Oh, that's so nice of you to say, Dave. Dave says, I'm grateful to you, Julie. I'm to class you as my friend. Mutual here, Mutual Admiration Society. Kay says, we intend to get Ro a new phone today at the Rise store. That's exciting. Yeah, and Chris says the acceptance of what actually is so that our energy can actually be directed to what we can do. Yeah, that's a great point. Look at all this wisdom going through. We have wisdom, we have gifts, we have mutual admiration. Yeah, Mrs. Paula, it's so vulnerable of you to say that I tend to try to force it away, but it's healthier to pass through to the other side. Absolutely. I think that's a natural thing that we try to push it away or we tend to minimize it. That's what happens a lot when people use the shoulds. Well, you should do this, you should do that, you should feel happy, you should get over it. And Kay says, we'll either have a grace or grit tomorrow, depending on how that goes. Absolutely. Hey, Jen, introvert in Alaska 2025 is in the house. Thank you for being here at 11:11 Eastern. You popped in, which is 11:11 minutes Eastern. So good to see you. We're talking gratitude and intention. So if anyone wants to share another gratitude, there have been some flying through the room and also some real wisdom in this room, which is always exciting to see. Yeah, I love that. So more gratitudes. And I said simple things like, I'm grateful for this book. I'm grateful that I found this journal. I'm grateful that I'm house sitting for the next couple days with a new family. And it's down here in South Jersey. And so I'm grateful that tomorrow I'll be able to go to the ocean and I'll take my morning walk at the ocean. Although this morning, I took a morning walk in Cherry Hill. Some of you probably know where Cherry Hill is. I got off the road and took a walk at a park. Oh, I don't have it here, but well, I'll just tell you who are here. I found a sweet gum tree in the park, which is so perfect because I'm just like, what park can I go to? And what I said in the video is one of my morning walk diaries. And it's like, people like, how can you find places to walk when you're traveling? I just look on maps, park near me. Found a really sweet park. And as I was walking along, for some reason I looked at the ground and there was a seed pod. I'm so grateful for that seed pod. Hey, Rhonda's here too. So yay, hooray, makes me happy. Makes me happy to see all of you all. If you haven't yet, if you'd like the video, I'd really appreciate it. Okay, this is really cool. Jennifer, Introvert in Alaska 2025 says, I'm so very thankful that you passed the bigger cancer treatments and can focus now on what I enjoy. And Jen made some really cool video last night. She did one on solstice, celebration of solstice there in Alaska, which was so very cool. The Solitude Soul 99 says, gratitude is when someone offers you their valuable medium where you can exist in that medium with no fear or insecurity, no exclusion. That's something to be very grateful for. It's beautifully stated. Yes, and Mrs. Paula at Desert Retirement says, I'm grateful to have met so many awesome folks here in the YouTube universe. Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? That's what has sustained me in this time around with YouTube, is that there's so many great people that I know, and that never happened before in my YouTube experience, so I'm really grateful for that. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Yeah, I was saying, Jennifer, if you don't follow her, you might want to check out her. She's done a lot of really interesting, she always does lots of interesting things, but she went through her cancer treatments and brought us along with her, which is helpful to us to see, helpful to others who may be going through something similar. And also the fact that she's in Alaska now, she's showing us scenes around Alaska. Yesterday, on her long form videos, the opening sequence was like looking at a postcard or a greeting card. It was so beautiful. Yeah, it would be less fun. I'm grateful that last night Mrs. Paula and her husband were showing their trains, and it made me think of Kevin with his trains that he doesn't have anymore. So, oh, you want to hug it, Jennifer, right now? That's a great idea. We could energetically hug Jennifer. Hug Jennifer. And it's interesting because it's almost like when we energetically hug someone, this is one, to say love in sign language. If you love, send love. Um, we can also embrace other people who are going through something similar, because there's a lot of folks out there. Showing the trains was great fun. Last night, my daughter went on a Santa train out of, what's the town called? Woods something. I haven't been here long enough to know all the small towns. Yeah, Kevin's saying, Kevin, who's also K-Bro Hiking Happens, he and Roseanne, and they're both there, but Kevin's doing the talking. I missed that Christmas village, but it came too much work. Excellent. Yeah, I really enjoy the camaraderie. I'm grateful for all the camaraderie that's in this live stream. It is heartwarming, and it's definitely worthy of gratitude. So we will segue into intentions now. So if anyone wants to state any intentions, for those who are celebrating Christmas, you might want to put something in there about how you want to experience Christmas. So I know for me, I'm in probably the biggest barrier to me from pure delight and thrilled and happiness is is that I miss my kids on the West Coast, and I'm here on the East Coast. So, okay. Kevin says Ro is happy to have her living room back during the holiday because his trains aren't out. And Solitude Soul 99 says energetic love is the most precious form of love because it's rare for it to be accurately expressed. For example, a painter who feels a powerful energetic love may never accurately paint its colors. That's interesting. Dave, if you're still in the house, I'd love to hear your input on that. It's interesting. So interesting because there are some paintings. I went to the Los Angeles County Museum of Art where I lived on the West Coast. They opened up at night sometimes. And going to the museum at night was so cool. I remember walking through the gardens, and there's a Rodin Thinker bronze there, and the energy pulsing off of it, and walking past a Mary Cassatt painting, you can feel it. It can feel it coming off the painting. Another one that I got that from is George Seurat, who's one of my favorite painters. You can feel that. A Picasso, I could feel that. So while it's not necessarily from the paint's color, it's from that energy that you're talking about. Solitude Soul, definitely. Okay, so Paula is intending to continue on with her fitness journey and hope you might inspire another 60-something recliner surfer. And I would say yes. I would say watch Paula's videos. They're amazing for inspiration if you want to get more fit. I enjoy knowing that you're working on that. That's something that I'm working on. And I would say also Kevin and Ro, or K and Ro Hiking Happens. That's Kevin and Roseanne. They have really cool hiking videos. And to me, that's very inspiring. Did you all get the Catskills, your Catskills video up yet? I know they're getting one for they did a series on fire towers in the Catskills, and I cannot wait to see the compilation video. Very inspiring. That's very funny. Mrs. Paula says, Kay and Ro, you two actually go indoors sometimes. I've never seen that. And I would say for the diehard Kay and Ro supporters, you can go back to like 2 years ago before they did some indoor videos talking about the hikes they're going to take. And I really enjoy seeing those now and then. You would love it, Chris. Chris says she definitely needs to visit your channel, Paula. Definitely. They're really good. I think they're daily. I enjoy that a lot. Okay, Solitude Soul 99 says, in France, there's Monet Museum, who painted the gardens 20 times. Every time he wanted to know if he fully painted his gardens the way he truly felt it. Oh, I bet you cried. I cried when I saw each one of these paintings. Yes, I definitely understand that. Definitely understand that. Let's see, did I miss anybody? Oh yeah, Kevin does mention the living room, so. Okay, did I miss anybody? I don't think I did. Okay, I'm really sorry if I missed any of the comments. I'm so grateful for each of you. So, okay, Jennifer says, Paula, I'm proud of you. I know, yeah, Paula's coach from the senior center is on vacation. So Paula's been working out at home, which is very inspiring for us to see. And what's funny is on my morning walks, I always think, okay, Kevin's going to be happy because I'm on a walk this morning, and it helps. It helps. It helps to have people out there rooting for you. It's really helpful. So when I was out there this morning, and before I found the sweet gum trees, and that's a really cool thing too, because you never know what you're going to find when you're out there walking. Okay. Jen says, Jen, who's introverted in Alaska 2025, Jen says, my intention is to choose the way I think about the circumstances in my life as opportunities for growth and perspective and God's greater plan for me. Choose is your 2026 word. Emma just sent me videos that I get to put into Christmas Eve's video. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Does anyone else have a 2026 word? Because that's another way to set an intention. I like that a lot. Chooses my word's also a C. I have 2 words for 2026. Rosani says, I intend to enjoy preparing a simple Christmas meal and enjoy some soft music and solitude. I'll also try my best to make biscuits from scratch. I love that, Rosani. I love that. I love the idea of simplicity. And it sounds like you're really going to enjoy that experience of Christmas on your terms. I love that. Okay. Oh, Mrs. Pauling is a 2026 word. Well, I'll give you a preview and tell you what my words are. My first word is curate. Curate, like a curator curates art. We're talking about art in here. And for me, that means it's similar to choice in a way, because I'll be picking and choosing and putting, stepping into the best choices, the best surroundings, the most fitting. There's just so many different ways to look at curation. The expression that I want to put out there. And the other word is conviviality. Conviviality. So those 2 words, convivial curation. Convivial curation, which to me, that says it, those 2 words together. I just love the word conviviality and convivial. Okay, Solitude Tool says, the world needs more people who challenge its indifference. It's dehumanizing it. Yeah, we do not want more dehumanization, that's for sure. It does it drains so much when we're that way. So thank you for that input. Okay, so Jen's 2025 word was abundance. And was I ever abundantly blessed through a tough time of life? More than I could have imagined. That's excellent. Excellent. I don't even remember what my 2025 word was. I had one, but I totally forget what it was, which tells you where my brain was for a lot of 2025, actually. Okay, we don't need that. There we go. I deleted another message. And thank you, Kevin, my moderator, is taking care of business over there. Thank you so much for that timeout. We don't need that kind of conversation. And it is a great intention. It is a great intention for Chris. Oh, your word is courage. That's a great word. It's a great word. And homemade biscuits. Oh, that's funny. Mrs. Paul says, homemade biscuits. I've never heard of that. My son loves biscuits so much that when he had to bring a treat, like for his classroom, I think he was his junior or senior in one of his classes, like his English class, and he wanted to bring biscuits, and he wanted me to bake the biscuits. He did not feel a need for gravy, but in Bakersfield, most people don't just have biscuits. They have biscuits and gravy. So there was Mom in the morning of school day baking up biscuits and gravy. And I remember delivering them in the office. I mean, this isn't like delivering it to your first grader's classroom. That was craziness. And I remember he came out with one of his swim team friends. Samuel's a swimmer. And they came out and like, here you go. And because there was so much biscuits and gravy, he had to have somebody help because he couldn't carry it all of himself. So, all right. Confidence. These are some great words. And there's a lot of C words. Confidence, courage, choice, C word, curate. Word for 2025. Is it 2025 or 2026? Is anointed, says Rhonda. Anointed. It is very powerful. Lots of great stuff here. Okay, we have about 5 more minutes to go. I like to keep these to be in half an hour. So my intention for this week is to be in a mindset of peace and calm, peace and calm. Whenever I go to a new pet sitting situation where I have not met the family, there's always a little bit of nerves there. They're pretty good communicators, except for the fact they don't have their address, but they will be sending me that soon, of course. Um, but I'm looking forward to meeting them and being at their home and taking care of their dogs. So it's interesting how pet sitting and house sitting has really helped me to really cherish dogs and cats. I pet sat for more dogs than cats though, but it's just really fun to be with animals when they're homeowners or their family, their human family. You can't be there. Oh, 2026 okay, 2025 was receive. Receive's a good word. I'm not good at receiving. I'm terrible at receiving, actually. Okay, Solitude Soul's talking about looking at some photos from the Art Deco lifestyle in the 30s and how it basically people choosing to represent themselves in a rebelling, self-liberating way. Oh yeah, the flapper style dress. That's interesting. Art Deco. It's the style of Art Deco I really like in architecture and lettering. Not so much the clothing, but the other pieces I like. Is Pam here? Did I miss Pam entering? I don't know. Anyway. Oh, thank you, Rosani. Rosani loves that. My house and pet sit. Thank you. Chris says she's grateful for medical portal so she can see what's going on with mom. I agree. I really appreciate that. Communication's such a good thing. I'm grateful that my lungs work. Some of you who watched my video from yesterday talking about my near-death experience, talking about it. I usually don't talk about it too much, but I had that near-death experience because of a lung disease. And so when I get out of breath, I'm like, I'm grateful that my lungs work. I'm grateful that my lungs can process whatever is going on in there. So I'm very grateful for my lungs. It's interesting when things get challenging that we really value those bits and pieces of ourselves, like our lungs, like our heart beating, like all of those. Yeah, it's really good. And I love the gratitude that y'all share with each other too. All right, 2.5 more minutes till we sign off. Oh, there's Pam. Oh my goodness. So Pam is on a snowy, icy road to drive 5 hours and pick up her daughter, who's very sick and had to go to the hospital. Your daughter is very, I was gonna say she's very blessed to have you as a mom. And we will keep her in our prayers, most definitely, and you, because I know snowy, icy roads are scary. My heart just feels really sad just hearing that, Pam. So, Mrs. Paula says, I'm grateful for the mobility. She almost lost mobility. 2017 surgery saved her mobility. I'm grateful for your mobility too. Very grateful. Yeah, safe travels, Pam, for you and for your daughter. I always called her little girl. You know, our kids are like, it's like, I don't care what age they are. They're still my little girl, little boy. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Pam. And that's so nice of you, Solitude Soul. See, I love that. People, it's like such a great community. Such a caring, friendly, supportive, loving community, which is fantastic. There we go. Yep. Canberra hiking happens. Chiming in with that. Yes, lots of safe travels, Pam. See, you're not alone. You're not alone. People from all over are praying for you and wishing you well. Up there in the north part of Canada, which is, the roads probably get very icy, very slick. Okay, Pam's son got home from last night. Now she has to leave him. That's hard too. I always loved it when my kids came home. Rhonda's adding her prayer. So that's for Pam. All right. I hope that you're able to feel peace as you're driving also, Pam. All right. Take a nice deep breath again. Oh, it feels so good. Feels so good to take those slow, steady breaths in. Pam Paul is asking, are you bringing your daughter back to your house? Rosani's wishing everyone a Merry Christmas, winter solstice, happy and blessed holiday season. Thank you, Rosani. To one and all. That's excellent. I believe Hanukkah's over now. I was trying to keep an eye on that. So thank you. Yes, yes, that's nice. Solitude Soul says we're glowing dots from different parts of the world who dare to connect and sing together for other hearts to heal. It's beautifully said. All right, my friends. Okay. Pam said she will bring her daughter home if she can. She's not sure of her status, so we will all keep praying. Thank you. Thank you. Blessings to everyone. Okay, and Paul's asking Rhonda about Debbie Sue's surgery recheck, so we can keep Debbie Sue in our thoughts as well. Thank you all so much for being here. Yes, Lord bless us all. Oh, Debbie Sue, okay. Okay, see what I mean? Look at this community. We all care about each other deeply. So, thank you. Thank you, Pam. Pam's mentioning me sharing my story about my near-death experience, and I did that yesterday. I don't talk about it much, and it's important that I share that story. So I will be, I should say maybe, look at me trying to back off, backpedaling. I will share more of that because I think it's important. And for people who have had experiences, it's important to share them. So yes, yes. Thank you. Yes, we'll all pray for Debbie. Debbie Sue, she's so sweet and she's so kind and she's so generous, and it's rough. All right. Pam, I hope that you're able to bring your daughter home, and we'll continue to pray for your safety as you drive, for her health, for the people she's getting treatment from, and hope that you can get back to your son who's home from university. Solitude Soul says, one thing we young people underestimate are the precious tears for our mothers. I'm so sorry, Pam, for what you are going through. Oh, thank you. Mrs. Paula is texting Debbie Sue to tell her that we're all praying. Yeah, because Debbie Sue's a regular when she's well, she's here. So yes, we're feeling her in our gratitude and intention live. Thank you. Thank you, Jen, Introvert in Alaska 2025, giving a nice warm wishes to us. So nice. All right, everybody, guess what? I've gone over time, 3 minutes over. Time for me to say so long farewell for now. I will be back next Monday, like always, at noon Eastern, so I hope to see some of you. This is a very warm, inviting, loving, open-hearted kind of space, and I'm so thankful that each of you was able to be here. I know there was a lot of pain being discussed here, a lot of sadness. May you know that you are loved, and that I am so grateful for your presence here. It seems as if everyone else is too. Yes, love. Thank you. Mrs. Paul says, love to all. Hugs from Tennessee. We're all feeling it. We're all feeling that love for one another. And for the people who didn't verbalize, and for the people who are watching on replay, the same goes for you. Yes, God bless you all. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Love to all. We'll see you next time. Take good care.